Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and thanks for stopping by, and happy Mama's Day to all the mamas out there. Today I'm going to do a cake tutorial for you, so let's cross our fingers that it all goes well. But to help it stick, I always put a little on the board. And this one I put that. This one is going to have 3 layers of cake. This is just basic chocolate filling. Oops, sorry. Just push it out to the end. And the next layer, and I always put mine on wax paper, and that way they don't stick together when I freeze them. And now the top layer. So with the top layer, we're going to put it so the bottom side is to the top so that it's flat. So it's easier to get that nice smooth surface. Then we want to take all of this off, this extra filling that's been pushed out, because we do actually have to put what we call a crumb layer on this. And then we pop it in the fridge or the freezer, and that way our colors don't mix together, the chocolate and the white buttercream. I'm just going to take a paper towel and wipe any cream or buttercream or cake that has fallen off, or just the drippings from the water, because I use this, I rinse my, so the cake that I'm making is of a space scene with a moon sitting on top of it. The moon is going to be made out of fondant, and I've added a little touch of food coloring to it that I have to blend in so it will be yellow. I'm wearing gloves because I seem to get the food coloring all over my hands, and then I touch my face or my apron. So it just makes it a little easier, and it's easier than using a plastic baggie to work it in, because I find sometimes they break. And you just massage it in to it, and as if you can see, I don't know if the yellow's showing in the light here. You see, it just blends in, and then it will turn into this beautiful yellow color, and this is what I'll make the moon out of that sits on top. So it'll be completely edible cake. My cakes are mostly all completely edible. I try to use, so now that my cake has sat for about 10 minutes in the freezer and it's all stiffened up, I'm going to add the crumb layer, which is a very thin layer of icing. Well, I use buttercream to keep all the crumbs together from coming to the outside of the outside layer of the icing, so that we don't get any crumbs in it. Now this doesn't have to be perfect, and it's okay if the crumbs show through on this layer, because we're just keeping it in it, putting it on so that we don't get crumbs in our other layer. So as you can see, this is nice and stiff and it doesn't stick because it sat in the freezer for about 10 minutes. So now we're just going to add some buttercream to the top. Now when I did this, I didn't completely mix all the coloring in. We're just going to start with the top first. Make some black. mix. This one has like a pink and a purple and a lighter blue in it. Now it's not completely covering the top because we're going to blend it together. So, and always hot water, fresh water every time you switch from colors. And we just blend it all together. And all these colors come out. I knew I should have made a pink one. There we go. Nice. Now we're going to do the same on the sides. Sorry, a little annoying. The thing is with the black, it seems to take over a lot of the color, so gotta be very careful not to add too much. Come back through. So I'm gonna add some of this color in. Crap. Just almost got away from there. I'll spin this around in a minute so that you can see before I blend it, so you can see what it looks like. Before I kind of blend it all together. So hopefully you can see how I've just swirled it around and dabbed it on. This is what I do right before I'm going to come around it and blend it all together. So I like to start with a little bit of the darker colors first so that they come through and then I still get my brighter colors. We're just going to go all the way around. Apparently I need to have a little more water on it. I'm just working my way around it just to blend them. And I keep adding water onto this so that it helps pull the colors together. There we go. Nice. So if you can see, I kind of have the effect of like a colorful night sky. So I'm just gonna take some, sorry that's so loud. Here's why you wear an apron. So I'm just gonna take the, smooth out the top. And I always push in, I come in towards myself. That's what I find is my easiest way. Don't forget to scrape this off, because if not, you'll end up with pulling in more chunks than what you really actually want. Okay, I'm going to do once around the outside again. Just smooth, just soft layer, not even really touching it, just to smooth it out a bit. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's pretty. Now, I'm actually going to pop this in the freezer again and let it sit for a minute before I actually put on my decorations. Okay, so next you have to decide what side you want to be the front of the cake. So I'm gonna pick a side with a little bit of pink in it, right here. So this side has some pink and white and the black. And I'm going to turn it towards me. So I'm just going to add some clouds that the moon will sit in so that it stays sitting up. I'll just take some of my water and make them rounded. There we go. Now I have some silver edible balls. I'm just going to add on for decoration. My finger touched it. There we go. And I'm just going to put them along the side too. And I just push them into the icing. Sometimes when you do this, you do have to use tweezers because they can get away from you. I'm just going to add a little bit of pink, it's sugar, but it's pink sugar pieces. Just sprinkle around and kind of touch the sides of it. Just put it on my fingers and just kind of touch the sides, and it pushes into it. Kind of gives it like a glowy effect. And just randomly, no need to be particular. And then I also have some red ones that I'm going to add. And then at the end, I just wipe it all off the bottom, just onto the counter. Now this cake is going to say, "We love you to the moon and back." So I've pre-made some yellow icing. Make sure it comes out good before you start writing. Perfect. Rip off the tip. Okay, so I've done my writing on it. We love you to the moon and back. I'll give you a better view after. So I'm just gonna set my moon in the clouds, and that's the whole purpose of the clouds, to hold the moon there. And then when I set this back in the fridge, it will harden up and make sure that the moon will not actually fall. And there we go. And there we go. We have created a custom cake. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. And I'd just like to give a shout out to my sister who created this piece of jewelry also. You can find her work on Facebook at Juanita's Creations or on the Painted Turtle website that is located in Thunder Bay. I hope everyone enjoys their day. Happy Mother's Day. I'm gonna go enjoy mine with my kids, okay? Bye. Till next time.